doing the right thing, their freedoms are being infringed by this minority and their enablers. Who will speak?
I'm the minority. Democrats are the public health threat, infringing on my rights to be safe, opening the borders, floods of illegal immigrants, record high violent crime throughout this country. I wish I could pay $500 to make him respond to me. I did a whole video on this a week ago, but it's Democrats who are the public health threat way more than the unvaccinated. Have not uploaded that video yet, by the way, so let's squeeze this in before the video. Here it is. And I also forgot to say, welfare is yet another public health threat. And who's 90% of welfare? Democrats. Democrats want to give illegal immigrants welfare. The more and more babies they pop out, rewarding people for having more and more babies, and then taking that welfare money and spending it on lottery and alcohol, everything other than all the kids that they're popping out. And so all those kids from broken homes grow up to commit way more crimes, terrorizing communities at a way higher level than people that grow up in two-parent households, not broken homes, not on welfare. So Democrats, you are the public health threats because of welfare, because of open borders, because of record violent crime, because a lot of you want to defund the police, and oh, look what's going on now under Democrat government. Record high crime, open borders, and welfare just keeps on going and rewarding you. What is the cap on welfare? Maybe like after 5 babies you max out, right? Something like that. So Democrats, keep your high and mighty BS about injecting me with poison. Keep it to yourselves. And start thinking about voting Republican from now on so you're less of a public health threat. Now here's the rest of the video in depth and also about the vaccine. I'm being scolded by some vac holes that I'm a public health threat for not being vaccinated, that I'm selfish for not being Big Pharma's injection bitch for life, that if not for myself, that I should do it for others. Okay, I'll get vaccinated once we've closed down the borders from the massive amount of illegal immigration and sex trafficking and drug cartels that are flooding into our border at record levels. I'll get vaccinated when violent crime is no longer at record levels in New York, Chicago, and all across America. When you all, Democrat voters, want to stop causing way bigger public health threats with just your harmless little voting, then I'll get vaccinated, because you do these things that are destroying America and are very, very, very big public health threats that just go unnoticed for years until they manifest in massive destructions of our economy and public safety, terrorizing communities, murders everywhere, illegal immigration causing so many problems. These are public health threats. So all you vac hole Democrats that voted for all of these public health threats, when these things are addressed and stopped, then I'll get vaccinated and I won't be a public health threat anymore either. Until then, shut up with your altruistic, convenient choosing of this one public health threat that is just in your face, so you're on some obsession about it, while you ignore the way more nuanced public health threats that you were just so blinded and in denial about causing, because it was nothing more than your little checkbox in your mail-in ballot, which all the fake news media is calling turnout. Got that? I'll get vaccinated when we protect our borders from the illegal immigration flooding into this country at record levels. Let's just start with that. Let's do that trade. Me and all of the unvaccinated will get vaccinated so we're not public health threats anymore once we close our borders down from the massive public health threat that is going on every day with tens of thousands of illegal immigrants and ones with all kinds of diseases and they've never been vaccinated for anything are just flooding, swimming across the Rio Grande, never to be seen again, never to show up for their court cases, and everyone just wants to just turn a blind eye to it all. But you all want to care so much about the public health threat, about vaccinations because of the virus, the never-ending viruses. Democrat voters, you are the public health threat for all of the destruction, all of the chain reactions that you are causing America. How can you trust Big Pharma's products? Do you really think they are made in your best interests or in the interest of making billions and trillions of dollars? Doctors prescribing opioid prescriptions, painkillers, and those things ended up killing so many people from suicides, addictions, and now Big Pharma had to pay out billions of dollars in settlements. So why would you trust their products? Why would you make it a habit of being Big Pharma's customer for life? You get to a point in your life, once you're an adult, where you say, you will not be Big Pharma's customer anymore. You're not their patient. You are their customer, and it's all a business. It's all money driven. These products are created to make money. So once you realize that, you should not want to be their customer, taking their products, putting them in your body. If you are a healthy person, you are just asking for trouble. It's insane to me how there are so many sheep in society. I want to show two people's response to CNN why they aren't getting the vaccination. One is a 22-year-old girl, normal person, normal response, and I want to see vac holes try to vilify such a rational, sane response as to why she doesn't want the vaccination. And the other is a guy getting out of the hospital after getting the virus, and he still will not get the vaccination.
Jacqueline Battaglia is 22 and says no vaccine for her.
I just don't think that I need it, so I'm not going to get it.
I do know, though, that almost everyone now who's dying or being hospitalized is somebody who hasn't been vaccinated. The people who have been vaccinated, almost all of them, are not going to the hospital and not dying. Does that concern you?
Not really. I'm a healthy person. I don't have any underlying health issues, so I'm not really concerned about it.
Can't even convince this dude to get the vaccine.
Interviewed a COVID patient in your state while he was still in the hospital. Let's take a listen to this and talk about it.
Here I am, recovering, getting out of here finally tomorrow. Am I going to get a vaccine? No.
Why not?
Because there's too many issues with these vaccines.
If you would have had a chance to get the vaccine and prevent this, would you have taken the vaccine? So you would have gone through this?
I've gone through this, yes sir. Don't shove it down my throat. That's what's local, state, federal administration is trying to do, is shove it down your throat.
What are they shoving, the science?
No, they're shoving the fact that that's their agenda. The agenda is to get you vaccinated.
If you're old or your system's messed up, then go ahead. You have nothing to lose. Be Big Pharma's customer. Take their products. Get the vaccine. Other than that, the only people I can comprehend taking the vaccination are Democrat voters or druggies. Druggies, hey, you might overdose. You're addicted to things. You don't mind injections. You don't mind drugs, poison in your body. They may be into this too. But other than that, just Democrat voters that are so oblivious and so idiotic, so ignorant that their little vote Democrat, they can't comprehend all of the public health threats they're creating with their vote. They can't understand the nuances of how open borders and huge defunding the police and violent crime is going on these days. So don't try to be a vac hole telling me to get the vaccine to help others that I'm a public health threat. Democrat voters, you are the biggest public health threats in America.
I think we are absolutely undercounting the breakthrough infections. There are way more breakthrough infections than we actually are reporting.
And this